Hello everyone, my name is Fabio. I'm a solution engineer at Nutrient, and today I'm going to show you how to write watermarks on your PDFs. So first of all, we are loading our viewer instance here. So the base option are where the basic information about the viewer are, and here I want to display the viewer with theme light. I can set it to dark. So you can see all the interface has changed. Okay, so first, here, what are we doing here? We are doing an asynchronous method on the instance to create an array with all the information of each pages. So here, I'm creating the watermark variable. I'm using an asynchronous method. I'm waiting for the promise all to finish to go to the next step. So here in parallel, I'm loading all information of the pages in my PDF in my array. So I'm creating an array, and the length of the array will be the total page count, because I want to have one line in my array for each page. And here I'm getting the basic information of the pages, such as the dimension and the margin, to be able to write my watermark annotation on it after. Here, the reduce, it builds an array of annotation, so watermark, for each page by iterating over the page information objects. The page info here contain details about the page, such as its index and dimension, and the crop box is the visible area of the page, so the left top with 8. Once we got all this information, we can create our annotation on each pages. So we are looping on all the lines in our array to write a watermark annotation on each page. You can see here, so the page index will be the number of the page. So 1, 2, 3, etc. Here we are writing the watermark text in the annotation. So let's say I want to write, this is a watermark. Here we can set the font size. I will lower it a little bit. We can choose if the text will be in bold. We can choose the font, the horizontal alignment. So here I will set left, for instance. And here, that's the bounding box of our annotation. So we can make sure by crossing the dimension of the page and the dimension of the bounding box, we can be sure that our annotation will be within the page and not outside. Here are other parameters. So we can change the color, for instance, I will set blue. We can set the rotation of the text in our annotation, if it's read-only or not, and the opacity, I will set 1. So once we look on our array to write the annotation within the document, if I don't want my user to be able to modify that annotation because it's a watermark, I just have to call the apply operation once all the annotation are written in the document, of course. So I'm calling the apply operation method, and I'm setting this option, the flatten annotation. So the annotation will be flattened in the document, and I can make sure that my user is not able to modify it. So if I run the code, you can see that the alignment changed, the font size also, the text is the new one that we wrote, and the alignment is not at the center anymore, it's at the left. It's easy as that. Thank you very much for listening this tutorial, and see you for the next one. Goodbye.